What's up, people? Coming to you unkempt. It's Corona time. I don't know, it's always Corona time, actually, but it's COVID-19 time, or whatever they're calling it at the moment that you're watching this, but I've been, like pretty much everyone, in my house most of the time for the last 2 months plus. I can't grow a proper beard because I'm not a real man. I can't even get a proper neck beard. I have like a little stripe thing happening. My, whatever this is like protruding beyond my lip line, and I just can't be bothered because I don't care, because I barely leave my house. I shaved my own head, and it's all right until you look back here and there's like all this funky stuff happening. It's like, I could do something about it, but I could just shave my head. Now that's just the new normal, right? Anyway, I mentioned that, it's, right? Everybody knows about it. I mentioned that because Animal Crossing, first time playing, noob. The release of that game was timed so perfectly because of what it is. It's, you know, building a home and building a community and being outside and interacting with people and doing stuff. It was a really good distraction for me for the last month or so. I'm pretty sick of it, to be honest, but I really appreciate it for what it is, and I still play it almost every day, but for like not very long, kind of the minimum, because I want to keep up with what's going on. It kind of feels like I was saying this to Goodwill Hunter on Facebook the other day. It's like a giant Tamagotchi. You know, you feel like you have to feed the thing and keep it from dying and whatever. Pull the weeds and make sure you dig the fossils up because you're missing out if you don't. And maybe there's a balloon to pop with a great present, and maybe your friend sent you something and you should send him something back. And Keith, shout out to Keith. Mate, you sent me some great stuff, and Justin, you too. And like, I can't do that because I'm not a tarantula farmer and I don't care to be. I just don't care. Apathy is like one of my strong virtues, as is evidenced by this channel. How about that for a segue? So I have over 10,000 subscribers. I'm not really sure why. Very thankful for it. But I had some rules from the beginning. I've never said, make sure to subscribe and click on like and click the bell and blah, blah. And that's fine if people do that. I don't have a problem with it. I get it. I just don't, because I'm just doing it for fun. And I'm happy if I make a few dollars here and there. I'm really happy when somebody sends me stuff to review, and that's what's going on here. And this is longer than I wanted it to be, but whatever. This is how I roll. I roll with whiskey and Coke. And I just spilled some right on my crotch. I'm wearing pants though, so that makes it okay. They cancel each other out. I'm here today with Miffy and Max and the cat who just decided to jump up on the table. I'm not quite sure what his end goal is. But so here's the thing. This is going to be biased, and there's going to be at least one more video after it. But hear me out. Where are you? I want to make sure I get it right. Skull, I've tried to make this video already and it was too long. Skull and Company make amazing, and I don't use that word lightly, accessories for especially the grip. I can't talk. The Switch Lite, that was how many? One drink. One drink of whiskey and Coke. Anyway, they make great accessories for the Switch Lite. Really, really good. My favorite Switch Lite case. And I have the big ones, you know, the ones that people know about. Satisfied, I'm satisfied. But you know what I mean? Like, they're so good. But they also make really good stuff for the regular Switch. But I hadn't even looked into it because I was like, my regular Switch is docked all the time. And I had been keeping my docked Switch docked, and it had these, and these are quite good. My quick review of these is they're good. These analog sticks are a little bit too loose, maybe, and have a little bit too much travel. What was the other thing? I feel like there was something else. I like them a lot for what they are. I really do. I forget what the other thing was. That sucks. It's got a D-pad. The D-pad's good. These are excellent. Obviously, you can't disconnect them and play like this. They have to stay docked. I don't know if it's obvious or not. There are no batteries in these, right? So, and there's, you know, they lose some of the functionality, but they're really good for somebody like me who keeps their main Switch or their standard OG, whatever, Switch docked all the time. Then I sent an email because my channel's massive now. Like, I'm sure half of my subscribers aren't even on YouTube anymore, you know what I mean? But whatever. I sent an email to School and Company, and I said, look, when I make videos and I mention your stuff, people are always asking about it, even if I just mention it sort of like offhand. And I just wondered if you have such and such, and if you would be willing to send me something to review, I'd be happy to put it on there. And I was expecting them to say, yeah, okay, we can maybe give you the crumbs from the table. No. They, obviously, I would assume that I sent them my credentials, and they sent me a big old box full of stuff. And I really appreciate them being willing to do that to a little old YouTuber like myself, who has very low production value. Like, here I am, we're just having a talk. I haven't shown you anything yet. Okay, I'll show you something. Woo! What? What was that? What was that? What? Okay, good. That'll keep you tuned in, right? No? In any case, what happened is they sent me a box full of stuff. I didn't expect so much. And I don't want to make a video of all of that because it's not fair to them, and I just don't think that I can do a good job with it. And I won't do a good job with this. That's just the way it rolls, because I'm me. But anyway, it's biased because I reached out to them and I said, look, I love your stuff. And my viewers are always asking about it. So if you want to send me more, I'll be happy to talk about it. And that's what happened. So today I mentioned Animal Crossing. So I bought this originally, and this is Atsumare Doubutsu no Mori, which is Japanese for like get it all together, collect them all, or whatever kind of thing. Animal Forest. That's what Animal Crossing has always been called in Japanese, Doubutsu no Mori, and then this part is new. Just like in English, Animal Crossing something something, in this case New Horizons. Why do I have them both? Well, let me tell you. It's because I bought this for my wife to play, and I thought I would give it a try too. She wanted to play it, so I bought it. Well, she was playing it all the time, so I couldn't play it when I wanted to, and I was just kind of sick of taking the card out and whatever. So I just bought it again because it's cool to have both. So there you go. That's what they look like, and I'll show you both. Spines. Oh, look, they're even pointed the right way. There's that. I have both cards are in game consoles, so I can't show you those. The Japanese one did come with some kind of a something piece of paper. Like, it's useless, and it's basically just advertisement, but it's something, right? Inside of the case. But the art inside the case is, it appears to be identical. I have yet to compare it before now. So anyway, I don't regret buying it twice because this game will probably hold its value for a while, especially the way things are going. And, you know, I like physical media, but at the same time, this is one of those games you're supposed to play like every day for the rest of your life. And it would be a good one to play digitally. So that probably worked out for a lot of you people who couldn't get a digital copy. I just was able to for whatever reason. I don't have the air conditioner on. I have the window open. This is a Japanese apartment building. It's called a mansion in Japanese, right? In Japanese, the word mansion, means large apartment building. So there it is. Live. It's a live feed of a Japanese mansion. Nothing's probably going to happen, but you never know, right? Just because the window's open, it's giving me some air so that I sweat less than I otherwise would. Anywho, that's 9 minutes. Yeah, so maybe that should just be an intro to what I'm about to do for the next few videos. I think I'm probably going to just make 2, it could be 3 videos. They'll be talking about, I always get their name wrong because I also use, anyway, Skull and Company. That's their name. I'm going to be talking about different accessories that they sent me and some that maybe they didn't that I bought myself because I bought a bunch on my own. But what happened is I bought a bunch of stuff and then I bought this for this and I loved it. And then I was like, yo man, what else you got and what's happening? And they just really hooked me up, and I hope that I can, I'm not trying to necessarily like get them sales, but I do want to get the word out about their stuff because I think it's really good. Again, especially for the, I can't talk, for the Switch Lite. My wife and my daughter are going to be home in like half an hour. I'm supposed to be cooking dinner tonight. I still have to do some cleaning, so there's a time thing happening here. But let me just wet your whistle. Does that even make sense? I am forgetting English. I've legitimately been in Asia for like 20 years now. But here's my Animal Crossing. I'm in my room and I'm, you know, a slacker on Animal Crossing just like I am on YouTube. But I'm just there doing my thing, and you may have noticed this is kind of like an Animal Crossing themed Switch, but it has the original Joy-Cons. Now, I kind of wanted, I don't know which one yet, an Animal Crossing, you know, the new one, the Switch. But it's not like you can just run out and buy that. Plus, it's not like I need one. I have more Switches than I need because I have more than one, you know? And I'm quite happy with my original. So the thing is, though, it's now full. Like, the memory is full. And I bought a big old fat SD card. I don't even know. Like, big one. 400, I think, gigabytes. And it's full. It's like, yeah, you can't download that game. You're silly. You need to archive some stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to archive it. Anyway. Animal Crossing themed, but not only Animal Crossing themed. Oh no, it's dockable, and look how tall my what are these? These analog sticks. Look how tall they are. They're so tall, and they're blue, and they're green, and they're green, and they're blue. And I did that. It's a thing that I got to personalize all by myself. Oh wait, what's that? A regular Switch doesn't have a joypad? Oh, I'm sorry. Your original Switch doesn't have a joy because mine does. I'm sorry, did I say joypad? I meant D-pad. Whatever, it's joy. It brings me joy. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that joypads fell off when you used them vigorously? I played, what did I even play? Thunder Force, AC, and I played Gradius. I think Gradius. I don't know. I played some shoot 'em ups, and I was like, I'm all about the D-pad. It stays on. It's amazing. And they send it in this little thing with button covers, which also stay on. They also cover the A, B, X, Y, but you know your buttons. You're a pro gamer. And they look awesome, so you can customize your Switch. So you can be like, I'm an Animal Crossing fanboy. Or, I like blue and green. I'm a Seahawk fanboy. I don't know. But it's something you can do to make it your own. That's the point. And they have other colors, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know what this video is. I got this stuff out because I wanted to make the first video of whatever videos I'm making. Like, hey, this is the this and this is the that. But I felt like I haven't been on camera like this for so long. I haven't made a video for a month at least. I wanted to just talk, and so that's what I did. So this is just a whatever video. Thanks, Skull and Company, for sending me this stuff. I love your stuff. That's why I wrote to you. I told you that. I meant it. I'm not a sellout. If I were a sellout, I'd be like, subscribe to my channel and unsubscribe. I don't care. I kind of care. I won't lie. I kind of care. But you're not watching at this point if you're gonna probably unsubscribe. But like, I got started with these, right? With these amazing grips on the Switch Lite. These aren't Skull and Company, by the way, but they have really good ones. Look at that. I just already have these on there, so I have a bunch of footage, and I probably won't take the time to go through it and edit it and like put it in, because it's easier just to make a new video at that point because of the way that I do things. But just to give you a little bit of a, I mean, there's the this and there's the that. They've got, I didn't know that they had so many things. They also have a dock that does all kinds of funky stuff. You can buy the grip, and okay, well, I'll just go with this one for now. These just come off, right? And then you can put them on, but you can buy just these. I didn't know that, so if I had known that, I wouldn't have bought. I think I bought 3 of these sets because I like switching out the colors. And they have 3 different sizes of those. And then, what's this? They come in a box like this, apparently. This is a grip set for the original Switch, right? And so they sent me just gray, which is totally awesome. Because at some point I'm gonna get sick of Animal Crossing everything. I'm already kind of maybe getting there. I think it's awesome, don't get me wrong, but you just, you know, sometimes you need to move on. You need a little gray, generic gray in your life. And when that time comes, I'm not gonna do a giveaway because the Japanese Postal Service isn't even sending mail at this point to the United States of America, other places, I don't know. When I even go to the post office, I feel like I'm risking my life. Not really, but So here's another one. This is a kind of cream colored one. That's super cool. I don't know. I can't believe that, I do want to show you this. I can't believe that it's not butter. It's not butter. I can't believe it, but it's not. So when they're new, there's two sides to this. So there's this side. This is what I've used, but there's actually two sets of button covers and two different kinds of D-pads. So there's the kind of round one. I don't know about focus issues here, but we'll try. Right, the disc-shaped one, a lot like the Xbox One Pro controller. Is that right? No, the Elite controller. So many stupid adjectives. Another cool thing about these is, like, they're tall, right? It's kind of like FPS style, but what? You can alter how tall you want them to be because there's 3 different ones and you can stack them or not. And it's so cool. And they come off if you want to take them off, but if you don't, they don't. Like, it's so well made, and I'm just blown away by it because I knew that they made great cases. Do these slide off? Hold on, I need to know this. I never tried that. That doesn't make sense if they don't. Wait a minute. Grip set for grip case. Grip case cover, yo grip set. So this is a grip set. So this is supposed to come off. There must be some kind of a special way of removing. Instructions. I need instructions. What's happening? No instructions. Anyway, I'm sure that's what's going on because that's how they roll and stuff. So I believe that these come off. I just don't know how yet. I'm gonna figure it out. If it's the last thing, I'll be right back. You ever have one of those moments where you realize that you actually aren't losing your mind and it feels so good? Because it's like, I still got it, baby. Yeah, so because this is the original Switch. What are you doing? My cat's having a freak out. I think my wife's like, she has a mirror that charges with a USB. And you push a thing and it lights up so she can get a whatever. It's girl stuff, but you know, so she can have bright light on her face so she can see how to do her makeup or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it just fell on my cat. I don't know. That's what that was. But moving on. The way this one works is, okay, so I showed you this, I think. For this one, you just do that, okay? And you can change the size and the color and the shape of these, right? And they come with 3 different ones, and I'll make a video, right? But anyway, for this one, and I want to say one negative thing. Like, I have to say one negative thing, right? Because I love the School and Company stuff, and it's like so little, but it's not super hardcore, really hard. Super hardcore, really hard. Like, there's a little this here, but when you're playing it, you don't notice. Like, you're not playing like that, and if you are, you're doing it wrong. So it's your bad. So never mind. Anyway, you just pop it right off, because it does pop right off. Set your Switch gently aside, and here we are. That's all it is, right? And it's soft, but you know, it's got some, I don't know, it's got something to it. It's not like wobbly, right? Anyway, to remove these, there are these little tabs. You just push on them and they pop right out, right? So when I get super sick of Animal Crossing, which seriously I can see happening super soon, I could switch everything to maybe gray and this white, and I love that actually, because this white matches this white, and I want to do it right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm super into the letter S, apparently. And there are these, and it's so much white goodness. But this is not a racist video, okay? Okay, and everyone who would even think that, I hate you. I hate everyone. They're black. And for all the green and blue people, nah, I live in Asia. What was I on about? Just so much politics. It's overwhelming. It's just overwhelming. I'm just trying to play video games and talk about video games. So, right. They sent all these gray ones. So I could, I don't know which one to choose. I'll choose the trigger grips, right? So these look like triggers, so you can rest your finger on that and then like that. And I believe they have L and R, yep, inscribed or whatever the word is. Anyway, it's on there, written. So this is hard to read, but yep, that's R. And how hard is it to put it on? I think it's pretty easy. That's super easy, actually. I like this white and gray. That's cool. Check that out. White and gray. And then I can put that in like that. I'm tempted actually to just keep that the way it is, right? And then I mean, these are really easy, but these are actually stuck on there with some 3M kind of tape, but like they stay on. It's amazing. Seriously, dude, I was just rocking the Casbah with this D-pad, and it feels really good. Not only do they stick it on, but they included a way to make a pivot, right? So you put a little sticky thing in the middle and it creates a pivot. So, I mean, it's not perfect. It's not like NES level or Sega Saturn level D-pad, but it's totally good enough. I used it, like I said, to play shoot 'em ups, and it was good. And the Switch is heavier than I remember it, probably because I've been playing. When I play handheld, I usually play with the, I don't know what I'm on about. So, also, how cool is it? I mentioned this before, but they have these analog things, but you can combine them or not, or like for this game, yes, for this game, no. It's brilliant. They're so good. I just had no idea that Skull and Company, first of all, would be so kind to send me this stuff, but they had peripherals that were so good. And the thing is, I'm talking to you right now. I'm pretty much incapable of multitasking as a rule. But, well, I wanted to say that I just put these analog stick covers back. Well, I did. Never mind, I did. There they are. See, I did that while talking. That in and of... See, I can't even make sense. That in and of itself is a huge... whatever English word I'm trying to remember. Shout out. I'm going to shout out to their company. But, so what I was going to say is I might buy... like red, maybe, or I like symmetry, but that doesn't make sense because, well, never mind. Anyway, I might buy red Joy-Cons because I've been eyeing them for a while, and then do the red with the white, and the white, and the word of the white. There you are, this. Because that would look super cool, but then I do have the gray on the back, but I don't know. The point is, it gives you options and it's quality, and I think it enhances your gameplay experience. Now, obviously, if you're always having friends over and you don't have, you know, extra Joy-Cons or whatever, then you probably don't want to do this because it takes away the balance. You could still obviously play Mario Kart, for example, like this. You just have to, it'd just be different. It's giving you options, that's the point. I have 4 Joy-Cons, plus I have these, plus I have this, plus the Xenoblade Chronicles 2, this. I almost bought the Splatoon one, but I don't even care about Splatoon. So, that's all to say. I'm excited to show you stuff from Skull and Company. I'll put all the links in the description to this video, and then I'll try to make some shorter videos showing just like this, and this, without the backstory, which nobody probably cares about. This is, I guess this video at the end of the day is more for people who want to know what's up with me. I have great news. I've been through some really crappy stuff, and I think a lot of people have during this time. Now I'm shifting. Sorry, no segue, no transition. Whatever. Lots of exciting stuff to share. Can't share it right now because it's in the works. What can I tell you? I've lost 80% of my income for the last 3 months, but I still had that 20%. And then I sold my house in the US. Destroyed it. Did I say that? I think I did. I'm gonna have to probably edit that out unless I forget. The person who was living in my house destroyed it. So I literally, and when I say literally, I literally mean literally, got half of what it was worth when I inherited it. And that was only 6 years ago. Yeah. But even that half, first of all, that half is very helpful right now since I've lost so much of my income because of obvious reasons. And it should be picking back up from July, I think. Don't know. And then the other thing is, well, the person who destroyed it was able to have a place to live rent-free, even though that was not the agreement, for, I guess, 5 years or so. So even though I got used, somebody benefited. I mean, at least somebody benefited. So it's not a complete loss. I'm trying to focus on the positives here. So there's that. And that half right now is probably worth as much to me now as the full amount would have been had I sold it 6 years ago, I guess, in some way. Nobody cares. So cats are healthy. One of the cats has a thing about, like, he likes to wake up in the middle of the night and meow and do stuff, but we're working on that. Daughter's healthy. She's almost 3. Wife is healthy. She's a nurse and a midwife, so she's essential. I mean, I say that just because that's what people say. I'm not trying to get political. Please just keep it out of my comments. This is a gaming channel, basically. It's unavoidable, I suppose, to some degree. But anyway, she's been going to work as usual, and she wears a mask all the time anyway, and there's that. Even still, she can't buy them. Recently, they've come back, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I wear them. Here's one on our table. I don't know why that's there. I guess she got it out because she was getting ready to go to work, but I'm in a place in my life, and I don't know how much of it's influenced by the influenced by the state of affairs around the world. Or maybe I'm just getting older. I'll be 44 in August if I'm still alive. But I'm starting to not only feel obligated to do what I'm about to talk about, but to feel some sense of joy in it, and that is downsizing. I have a massive video game collection, and I know a lot of people do. I'm not saying that I'm like the best or the whatever. It's not that at all. I don't know how many thousand video games I have. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Like, I'm a child trapped in a man's body. I'm also kind of a woman trapped in a man's body, but that's another story. Kind of. I said kind of, okay? Anyway. Also, I have gray hair, so that makes it okay. It means I'm senile. I'm just trying to see how many people I can offend by talking about nothing at all, right? Which is funny in and of itself because I'm the one who, or I am one who has a tendency to overanalyze. I'm just trying to give you an update about me. Our house is still standing. We're good. We're getting by. I bought a new bicycle. It has a seat for my daughter in the back. And when I pedal, it goes, it gives me a little extra boost, especially for going up the hill. And that's useful because she's, I don't know how much this is in pounds, but she's 16 kilograms, I think, now. I could do the math, but I'm not going to bother because Americans should learn kilograms anyway. Yeah, and I'm talking about myself. I weigh more kilograms than I ever have before in my whole life. Who else is with me on that one? I also probably drink more, but that might not be true. Since I've been married, that's probably true. Anyway, but I'm doing well, and I'm happy to continue to do YouTube, and I'm gonna probably continue to be inconsistent and infrequent, and sometimes post 7 videos in a week, and sometimes 1 in 7 weeks. But thank you for watching. I don't know if anybody's watching at this point, but Miffy and Max are watching. And my whiskey and Coke has been really... leveling up its deliciousness. It tastes way better that time around. I think, I don't know. They say that carbonated drinks kind of mix themselves, but it takes time, and maybe the ice melted or whatever, and it got just the right balance. That was yummy. I think I need more. But I feel like now that I've gone on for this long, I can give myself license to go on a little bit longer. But honestly, I don't feel like I have a lot to say. I've been playing Animal Crossing, as I said. I keep coming back to Everybody's Golf. It's a great game if you don't have it on PS4, if you're even slightly interested in the idea. It's so cheap now because it's been out for a while. It's really good. For online, it's awesome to play with your friends, and for single player, I mean, there's so much content and replayability is pretty much endless because you can save your best shots, videos, and stuff. Plus with the PS4, you can do that anyway. And then you can always try to improve your scores, and there's a pretty robust community. It has daily stuff. I'm doing a plug for Everybody's Golf now. I don't know. I have the Japanese and the American one, and they're different, so I kind of go back and forth. I bought the physical copies, but I also downloaded them because I'm just like, take my money. I mean, if they released a $200 special edition with figures that I don't care about and badges and stickers, I would buy it just because I love this franchise. I started on 4, and then I've played the other ones too since then, but I started on 4 on the PS2, and I've played all of them since then, and I absolutely love it. It's in my probably top 5, I'll say, franchises, certainly, of all time. On the Vita, on the PSP, they're all so good, especially from 4 on the PS2. Like, if you just start with 4 on the PS2 and move forward, you don't need 1, 2, and 3, but they're great too. 1 and 2 were on the PS1, 3 was on the PS2. I feel like, and I haven't like checked closely, but I feel like it was called Hot Shots then. Well, in the US, I believe it was Everybody's Golf in PAL regions. Anyway, that game, and Mingoru, Minano Gorufu in Japan, I think that 4 basically took 3 and just added a whole bunch more content and abilities to it. So I feel like 4 is where you start. And if you want HD, obviously you start at 5. And 5, even now, is so good. You can play as Kratos, whatever, in 5, which is pretty dang cool, you have to admit. So there, that was that. I love Pixel Junk Monsters. I'm still playing that. I never stop playing that, like it's always something. That's a tower defense game. It introduced me to the tower defense genre. So that's video games. There's probably something else. I'm looking forward to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. People are talking trash about the resolution, and that might be a thing, like rightly so, because the game is already something that people have pirated and downloaded and they can check it out. And apparently the resolution is very similar to how does it go? Xenoblade Chronicles. What am I even saying? So Xenoblade Chronicles Deluxe Edition is what I'm looking forward to, because I never properly played it on the Wii at all. I played it on the 3DS for like an hour, and I was like, nope, I want to play this on the big screen, even if it's on the Wii or whatever. And then I hadn't gotten around to it. I loved Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I played about 150 hours or something. I never expected to get sucked into it the way I did. It was my first true JRPG that I finished. Now, to be fair, it's an action RPG. It's not turn-based, so whatever. Loved it. Never really finished the expansion, Torna, because I just felt like it's a lot of more of the same. It might be great, but I think after 150 hours, I might have been a bit burnt out. I think I put 40 to 50 hours, around 50 hours maybe, into Animal Crossing. I love that, but I'm a little burnt out. You know, and that's okay. You got to move on. But I'm super excited to play. Super excited. There we go again. To play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, even if the resolution isn't awesome. Apparently the frame rate's supposed to be quite good, and as I tried to say, I don't know if I got around to it, the resolution on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, even though I have a 4K TV, or perhaps because I have one and it's upscaling it, I don't know. Anyway, I played it and it docked 99% of the time, more probably than 99. Was fine. I never was like, oh, why is that so blurry? Just, I was so involved in the story. Just wasn't a thing. I barely played in handheld because I didn't want to. The world was so big. And that's my thing with like Witcher 3. I love it. Or Skyrim. I love it that those games have come to the Switch. I think that's awesome. And I want everyone to buy it. And I very well may at some point. If I haven't already, I don't even know anymore. I'm pretty sure I haven't bought either of those for the Switch yet. But I think those are worlds that are best enjoyed on a bigger screen, right? So yeah, but it's also nice if you want to do some grinding to be able to just take the thing off the dock and do this. And you can do that with the Switch Lite because cloud saves do work pretty well, but it's one more thing to think about. And it's one more thing that I don't want to think about because when I'm playing games, that's kind of the whole point. I don't want to be thinking, I'm trying to relax. You hear me? Do you get me? Do you feel me? This is just totally right off the cuff, whatever. So there's that. They sent me these things, right? And not only did they send me the cases, but they sent the cases for the case. So there's the grip case, and then there's the grip case. But they don't call it the grip case because that would sound stupid. So there's the grip case, And then there's the Max Carry case. Max Carry. And it has the Switch colors, and they didn't change that to blue or green. And that's fine, because everybody sees these colors now, and it's like, oh, Switch, which is so, isn't that amazing how Nintendo has that power? They've got power, people. Power to the people. And they're really good cases. That's kind of all I'm trying to say here. They sent me all this stuff. So anyway, it's good for me to get this out of my system so that I can have the shorter videos later and be like, this is the this and the that and the blah and the blue. Yeah, I'm going to say it just like that. I think people will understand. But I also wanted to have a little vloggy style thing. As far as what I've been buying, I bought Thunder Force AC last night on the Switch. I didn't play much at all, but I really was happy to be able to buy it in the Japan store, I think is where it's available now. For now, on the Sega Ages collection. It was a pretty cool thing to be able to get. The Nintendo Switch is nuts if you just go into the store and deals, and it's like, hey, this is 49 cents. Oh, my head. And some of the games are pretty fun. I mean, if you play a game for 2 hours and you enjoy yourself, 49 cents is like, where do I push a button to just give money, you know, to the developers? Be like, hey, that was fun. You know how cool that would be? Okay, here's something for next generation. You play a game, you really enjoy it, you can't believe you got it for $5, or maybe you got it on PlayStation Plus or something like that, and they give you a button that's like tip. Okay, this is a real thing, this just came to me right now. And they give you a tip button, and you push it and you can choose like $1, $5, $10, you know, keep it simple. And even 10 cents or 50 cents, because I mean, if you play a game and you really enjoy it, like, you would almost feel bad if you didn't give them 10 cents when you know that you can, and it takes 10 seconds, right? I think that would be such a great idea, especially, and I understand, like, for the Switch, they're making these games super cheap so people will buy them and it'll bring them up in the rankings on the list. I get that, and that's all right. A tip button. What do you think about that? That's something to talk about in the comments. I'm going to throw some stuff out there because if you watch this long, you want interaction, I guess. I don't know. I really try to answer comments most of the time unless I'm just like, you know, I had some comments on one of my older videos that's like, you didn't meet me and why didn't you meet me and I thought you were going to meet me and I hate you. It was something like, I don't remember. And then, oh, sorry, my sister got my phone. And then there were more of them. And then again, it said, oh, sorry, my sister got my fedge. I don't know. What's a fedge? I'm old. I'm 43. But it was funny and it didn't bother me at all. I didn't delete them or anything. I was like, yeah, man, it's cool. I don't think I replied just because I'm lazy. But yeah, so if you want to talk about, do you think it would be cool if the next gen consoles had a tip button? I think that's a super cool idea. I think that I should patent that before it's too late. I'm not that guy. But I'm putting it here. It's what is it, May 27th, 2020. Hey Siri, what's the date today? Hey Siri, if I talk gently to you, will you answer me?
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay, could you, hey Siri, what is the date today?
It's Wednesday, the 27th of May, 2020.
Finally! Siri and my wife have so much in common. All right, so yeah, the tip button. What have you been playing? What are you looking forward to playing? Oh, and that was the other thing I was about to talk about is what have you been buying? Alcohol? Books? This is my answer to that question because I think I never got around to it. Like I said, I bought that new bicycle that it's like a mom bike, but I mean, it's not, but it is. That's what they call it in Japan. They call it mamachari. So it's a bicycle where here's the grips, the handlebars or whatever, and it goes down like this, and it's really easy to get off. Anyway, so that I could have my daughter on the back in her chair, and she's cruising around, and I'm taking her everywhere, and it's great. I love it. I love how easy it is to just be like, here we go, let's go to the park, and I do that like every day. Anyway, that was quite expensive because it's a good one. And then I sold my other one that was kind of like my thing, and I'm just trying to be a little bit wise about money, but not too wise. What else? Oh, downsizing. I mentioned that but I'm getting off track again. I put all my doubles in a box, not all, but like my PS4 and limited run kind of doubles. I have a big box of those. It's so much work to sell stuff. Like I'm willing to, but like, ugh. What have I been buying? So I bought Space Invaders. That was cool. I posted about that. It's quite good for the Switch. I haven't been buying that much when it comes to games, actually. I bought Animal Crossing. I've been playing it a lot. I've definitely gotten my money's worth, even though I bought it twice. I mean, $1 per half an hour, I think, is where I am right now. And that's just for me. My wife also played for 20 or so, but then she got distracted. She had been, well, pretty much, I think she's still playing Shadow of the Colossus on the PS4, which I bought on the PS4 digital. So like I bought it digitally for her so that she could play it in Japanese, even though I own it both digitally and physically, but it's in English, and you know. So and my daughter will say, "Mom, play the scary game." She speaks Japanese to her mom and a lot of English to me, but also Japanese. But she'll say that, and that's fun. And yeah, so my wife likes that a lot, and she should, because it's awesome. If you haven't played Shadow of the Colossus ever, play it on the PS4. If you have played it on the PS, I really recommend it. It's its own thing. It's a very, I don't want to say very unique, because I think that might be a bit redundant, but it's a unique experience. And I'm sure I have more to say, but I don't want to drag on too much longer. What do I have coming? I bought Streets of Rage 4. Justin was saying that once you beat the game, there's not a whole lot of replay value other than you can play it, get higher scores, and unlock characters, which is something. For a beat 'em up, that's something. I thought he was saying something about beating Animal Crossing. I was like, dude, I don't even, that's right. Yeah, I haven't really turned on, I mean I do, but I don't play my PS4 or my Xbox One that much these days because I'm playing the Switch, and I love all the consoles. I let my Xbox game, whatever it's called, subscription, I don't even know. I don't have any subscriptions right now on Xbox from Microsoft. And I will again, I'm sure, but right now, at this stage of my life, I'm just not in that place. They've got amazing deals, though, for their stuff. Like the Game Pass Plus, I think it might be, or something. It's like, you get everything, and it's this much. I don't know. I'm just waiting to do that for a time when I'm ready to play one or two of those games, and I'm just busy with other stuff. Yeah, I realized I have way too many limited run games, and too many that I don't know if I'm ever going to play, and I didn't necessarily buy them because I wanted to play them. But at the same time, I was like, but there's only 2,000, there's only 3,000, and I don't think that's a bad reason. I don't necessarily regret it. I just think going forward, I'm probably not going to do that nearly as much. I'm still like, oh, shoot 'em up, gotta buy that. But even that, I feel like maybe next gen, I'll stop that. I mean, at some point, you gotta draw the line, right? And it's just like, I have way too much stuff. So I expect I will buy the new consoles when they come out, or around the time that they come out, and then pick one or two games and play them. And then I'll, you know, have the subscription services or whatever, so I'll play whatever they throw at me. But then also be willing to sell stuff after I'm done with it. I think that's quite a good thing. I mentioned this before at some point, but I had a student at one point who said he had a console. I think at that time it was a PS3. And he would buy the latest game, whatever it was. At that point, I think he was talking about Skyrim maybe, or something like that. And he played it until he was sick of it, or he beat it, you know. And then he went and sold it. And he probably got half of what he paid for it, but he still got something. And then he would go and buy the next game that he wanted to play. And he would just focus on the one game and play it, and play it, and play it, and then next. And so like for him, a game system was almost like an arcade machine, because it was like, I have one game and I will play it. And I thought, that's really cool. You know, I don't think that I could be that guy, because I'm just all over the place. But I really appreciated that approach, and that might be something you'd like to try. I don't know, if you're trying to cut down on all your crap. I am trying to do that, but it's going to take me some time. But I'm starting to slowly embrace the idea of not only letting things go, but yeah, get a bit of money. So that's something I'm collecting, something still, money, which is opportunity, right? But also space and a kind of freedom. Like one of the reasons that I have so much stuff and I'm a collector is because I believe, and I don't use the word backlog, I say library, generally speaking, is because I love freedom, and I'm trying to maximize, not maximize necessarily, but I love freedom. So if I have a ton of games, it gives me the freedom to play them when I want to. In theory, you know, it's like if I can find them, and it's gotten to that point where it's like, well, yeah, if I can find it, or if I even remember that I have it, because I might own it and then not realize that I even have it and buy it again. So it's kind of defeating the purpose. But because digital has gotten so good and so accessible, like with music and movies, not as much, because I'm in Japan, I need a VPN to get a lot of stuff, and even that doesn't work all the time. There are torrents, I don't do that. I just don't, and I'm not, no judgment, just I don't. Anyway, there's so much to talk about. I love having a big collection, but I also love being able to walk around and know where stuff is and have it organized. So it's trying to find a balance. Like, I'd love to have my favorite movies, books, music, and games in one room, which is about, I don't know, 12 by 12, maybe? 12 feet by 12 feet, is that? It's probably 12 by 10, something like that. But that's not happening, like, no way, at this moment, but perhaps at one point. So lots to think about. Emma's gonna get her own room probably really soon, and then if she ever says, I like your room, Dad, I will give it to her, just like that. Because my room has a walk-in closet, which right now is like a little retro game corner. Has 4 to 3 CRT TVs and what's a TVD? 3 CRT TVs and 1 CRT monitor, which I don't know if that works anymore. Oh, and one of the CRT TVD. Why do I keep saying TVD? I'm R2D2. It's a PVM, and I think that works. It stopped working, and then I hit it, or I blew it with a hair. I blew a hairdryer. I took a hairdryer and I went, wah. I don't understand how to speak English. I don't speak how to understand English. I don't English how to understand speak. Anyway, it started working, because PVMs are just, they're nuts, right? They take a licking and they keep on ticking. As long as you've got a hairdryer. Apparently. Anywho, I could let all that stuff go either to someone who wanted to buy it or to Loft Otaku, which is another thing. And I'm more and more willing to do that. So her room has a balcony, and if she wants to let me have the balcony, I will lose a lot of kind of usable wall space, but I get a balcony. And it also means she doesn't get a balcony. And if you're a father of a daughter, the idea of your daughter having a balcony maybe you get what I'm getting at. Like, yeah. Anyway, everything changes when you become a father, and yet it doesn't, because I'm still a hoarder. But I'm and a babbler. I'm thinking things through more and more. But I like how this video totally turned out to be not what I wanted it to be. My wife and daughter are going to be home in like 1 minute, so I have to turn it off. I'm just going to edit it together, maybe make a few little cuts, but just call it that. And then hopefully in the next few days I can put up a video or two about specific products. But I want to just say at the end of this, I wasn't paid for this, but I really do love the Skull & Company stuff. Everything they sent is pretty amazing, and you should check them out. So, and as far as the grip switch cases, I think they're the best. I think they're better than Satisfy and the others. There's another one coming from someone in the future that might give it a run for its money, and if they send it to me, which I thought maybe they're going to, I will show that. But right now, at this moment, hey Siri, what day is it? Hey Siri, who am I and where are we?
You're at 243.
She didn't even get my address right. Seriously. Anyway, it's the best for the Nintendo Switch Lite. For the Nintendo Switch, it's good. I won't say that it's the best, but you can make your Animal Crossing thing happen, or you can personalize it with all the stuff. So, I don't know. That happens all the time. Especially at like late hours. Oh, somebody has a suitcase with wheels. How nice. Isn't that good for them? Thanks for watching. I'm really glad that you watched this video and that you're still watching it, because honestly, it's got to be BG background at this point. But I would appreciate comments on this one because I'm looking for that. I specifically, I rarely do this, ask for that, so it'd be great. But I gotta make dinner now. Thanks. Bye.